Hello and welcome to another Robcast, Revenge of the Nerd podcast. Yes, hello, it is me, Rob Sachetto, the guru of gore and pop culture, the inventor of zombie portraits, and yes, the lover of all things pop culture. Today, as you might have guessed from the thumbnail, I am going to review long-awaited review of Godzilla vs. Kong. Not to be confused with King Kong vs. Godzilla, which this movie is loosely based on. I never thought in a million years when I was a kid I watched King Kong versus Godzilla, sorry, and even Godzilla movies in general, and I never thought in a million years they'd ever make big budget, remakes of these movies. They were like below the radar for basically everyone. And I didn't know anyone who liked Godzilla or monster movies or anything like that at all. So it's just, it's like, what a world we live in. Like, it's really incredible to a geek like me, and anyone who, is my age, who grew up, wanting to watch these movies, having them very scarce, to watch. You had to basically watch them when they were on TV, man. And if you didn't, you were shit out of luck. There was no way you're ever going to be able to watch these movies. There was no, movie rental, streaming service, nothing like that in the 70s and 80s. Save the, I think, what was it, 8 mil or 16 mil? I think it was 8 mil film. If you had a film projector and you could get your hands on an actual reel, it's a reel, film reel, and you put it on a projector and you project it on a wall or whatever. That was the only way you were going to watch, a Godzilla movie or, a movie period. Like, you couldn't do it back then. So, seeing these movies now and then remade in with huge budgets, compared to the budgets that they were basically made under, it's just incredible. It's just incredible for me, and I'm sure for other people who really dug those movies back when, and continue to love them now, which I'm sure. You'll know what I'm talking about if you're watching this video. Here's the original. Of course I own it. I've watched it many times. Now this is King Kong versus Godzilla, and this is Godzilla versus Kong. So. Not even King Kong. So I don't know what the reasoning was behind it was just, Kong, whether they couldn't get the actual rights to call him King Kong. They allude to it a lot. They allude to him being, the king and things like that, much like Elvis. It's just Kong, which is fine. It's obvious, what the creature is. So getting into the review, I basically bought this sight unseen. I was surprised that it was out already. I picked it up at a Walmart. I was there one day doing some groceries and things, and I always head over to the movies, just to check out what's there. And it was there, and I was like, oh man, I'm always late to the party when it comes to new movies. Even this review is far too late in terms of being current or being a current event thing, but. To me, it doesn't really matter. You can do a movie review on any movie, anytime. It's really the person doing the review and what they bring to it, rather than how topical it is. Everyone falls over their own dicks to try to review movies when they come out to get hits and stuff like that. But to me, I'll review any movie, man. I'll review stuff that no one's seen, or stuff that's like 20, 30 50 years old, whatever. That's not too difficult nowadays, man. There's so many movies that have come out, since the advent of video, So yeah, doesn't matter. And I also have a special guest, of course, when I review Godzilla movies. Actual Godzilla, yes. So this is one of the holy grail toys of all time. Godzilla from the Shogun Warrior collection, back in late 70s, man. Very, very short-lived line of toys. Look it up, man. Look it up on the Google. Look it up on the internets, man. Shogun Warriors were like a precursor to sort of Transformers. They were giant robots that could change into different things and fought giant monsters and other robots and things from other planets and stuff like that. Very cool. They ended up putting Godzilla into the mix and Rodan, and I think that was it. I think that was it for the kaiju, for the monsters, but if I'm not mistaken, I could be, but I think it was just Godzilla and very scarce Rodan toy similar to this one. But anyway, let's get to the review. So I liked it. I liked the movie. I have to say it was, it did what it had to do. I loved, the effects are fantastic. I find there are a lot of movies that have, giant monsters and stuff like that. For the most part, they're pretty good, except for, the stuff that goes straight to, streaming services and shit like that. We've all seen the horrible CGI monsters that are inhabiting the lower budget movies and stuff like that. The CG in here, the monster effects, and basically the effects in general are really top notch, really fantastic. The scenes where Godzilla and Kong fight are really great. The ship. There's a scene where they fight and Kong's on a ship. In fact, there's a lot of similarities between, and there's a lot of nods to the original movie. King Kong tries to shove something down Godzilla's throat at one point. They airlift Kong to this area just like they did in the original. Kong tries to shove a tree down Godzilla's throat in the original, so they kind of do a similar thing in that regard. The big difference is the ending, of course. And you know what? Spoilers, man. If you haven't seen this, if you're a Godzilla fan, you haven't seen this, man. There's no excuse at this point. Even I, would go, man. I should have seen it by now, and I'm watching this review, so I don't care if there's spoilers. I think the cat's out of the bag anyway. But Mecha Godzilla shows up at the end of this. And that's the real main difference between, and you know what? I'm not even going to tell you who wins this because it kind of really doesn't. I don't think I never went into Godzilla versus Kong caring about who won that much. I don't know. I think a lot of people do, or did also, and there was a lot of talk about it, oh, who won, and I don't know, to me it didn't really matter that much. It was more of I just wanted to see the spectacle, so obviously the effects are better than the original. Kong is the ugliest ape ever on film, I think, in King Kong versus Godzilla in the original. They made Kong super cool in this movie. In fact, I love Kong, the Skull Island movie. He's great in this. They do a really good job of having him sort of emote and react and everything. I mean, the effects on him are fantastic. The effects on Godzilla are fantastic. I kind of wish they would have had more more major kaiju action in there. Not even action, but just shown maybe an updated Anguirus or something like that. I think that would have been cool. But Mechagodzilla, man, that was a huge surprise to me when I found out prior to watching it. I knew I was still going to be surprised when I watched it anyway, and I was. I thought it was really cool. How it got to that point and how he was defeated. Wow. If I got to say something bad about this movie, and I do because I'm reviewing it, the plot with the annoying conspiracy theory dude and what's her face from Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, and she's from this franchise as well. That subplot, and then her goofy friend, that was horrible. That was, it really harkened back to those older Godzilla movies where there's a kid always that is the most annoying MFer on the planet, man, and you want that kid to die. There's I think in Godzilla on Monster Island or Son of Godzilla and Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, there's always and they're kind of termed Kennies. They're like these annoying kids, and the subplot here was basically that the most annoying kid subplot that sort of weaves its way into the main plot, and then this like annoying conspiracy theory guy. Man, did I ever hate that. Like, if I had written that, I don't think I could ever look at myself in the mirror again. That was the worst affront to this film. Thankfully, I tried to like block it out of my mind when I watch it and just concentrate on the good stuff. There's one other thing that it just boggles my mind that I really disliked it. And I don't know if you know what, I'm not going to get into it. I'll let you guys decide. And if you want to leave stuff in the comments section, please do. If you've seen this movie and you have opinions on it, and if you have opinions that differ from mine, I'd love to hear that. That is fantastic. I'd love to get conversation going. In terms of being a movie that I enjoyed, I did very much so. And you know what? It did very well, which means in Hollywood they're usually going to do more, and I hope they do. I'm really looking forward to like seeing their takes on different monsters, and maybe even more established monsters, like seeing Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra in the last one was, like, for me, it was a nerdgasm beyond belief, man. I'm such an easy mark for that shit. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I want to see more, man. I'm down. I'm down with this shit, man. I'm down with this franchise. I don't care what anybody thinks. I love it, man. I love the different iterations of Godzilla. Throughout the ages, man. The Millennium series, the Showa series, all of that stuff. I loved Shin Godzilla. I thought it was literally mind blowing, and you can see my review of that too. It's on the channel, man. If you want to check it out, it's there too. But I really enjoyed this movie, Godzilla versus Kong. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a very high rating. The only detractor is that goddamned subplot with the kids and the dude, man. The conspiracy theory guy. Nothing about that I liked. I hated that thoroughly. I loathed it. I thought it was so cheap and stupid. But again, sometimes movies do that, man. It's an otherwise fantastic film, except for this, except for one thing. It's like, my all-time one of those types of movies is Law Abiding Citizen, man. If you stop that movie 10 minutes from the end, oh man, amazing movie. But if you watch it to the end, you're like, what? Why did they do that? I like that guy. I wanted him to do the shit that he did and get away with it. Like, I don't. That movie mystifies me to to this day. Like, what did they do? Have a focus group going, no, this is how they should end that. You know, a focus group of the stupidest dumbasses in the world going in and changing that ending. I could see that happening, man. I could see an alternate ending to that, and maybe there is. And if there is, release it, and I'll pick it up, man. Because I love that movie except for that last 10 minutes. I thought it was like ludicrous. Anyway, for Godzilla, I am Rob Sachetto. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have to apologize for my absence. I had some eye issues that stemmed from legit drawing too much, man. Spending too many hours at the drawing table, so yeah, I had to take some breaks, and lots of just weird things happening, man. Right now I'm in the last 10 days of my comic book and graphic novel campaign on Indiegogo. I'm gonna, you know what, man, if you're watching this and you'd like to contribute even like $15 to get this published, I'm gonna leave the link, of course, in the comment section, or sorry, in the description below, rather. I'll probably leave it in the comment section too, I think it's more visible there. So if you see it, check it out, guys. It's a 150-page graphic novel and a 48-page prequel comic book that leads into the graphic novel, which is a horror anthology book. I think it's really cool. I cannot tell you how much effort I had to put into every aspect of it, including trying to get it funded. So if you're interested at all, please help support it. At this recording, I've got 10 days left. I think today is the 11th of August, and so yeah, if you must know, so please check that out and help support it, man. That'd be amazing. You'd make my day. You'd be my hero, man. I can't tell you how much that means to me. So until next time, which I am going to hope that it's a lot sooner than the last time, I bid you adieu, and thank you so much for watching. Godzilla says goodbye as well. And I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks again for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let the channel grow. All right. I love you guys. Best wishes till next time. Bye for now.